the original recruiting process, you're going through it now. And as we know, you could decide to commit to Will Wade and LSU. But when you were narrowing down that decision, you obviously originally had a top 10, and you narrowed it down to LSU, Tennessee, Florida State, USC. What was about those original four schools? Like, why are those the first four schools back out there in Octoberish time that you decided and said, these are the schools I really want to narrow in on?
I think just those are the four schools that did the best job recruiting me. I had a really good relationship with all of the coaches, and those systems that they run, I really could see myself playing in and flourishing in. So those are really the reasons why I decided to cut it down to those four.
So, what was about LSU then? How did Coach Will Wade in that program ultimately land you the first time around?
Uh, I just think the way he recruited me was great. I had a great relationship with him. And then when I went on my visit, we had the meetings and stuff. He had like the PowerPoint broken down on what the plan would be for me when I got there in terms of how having my success as a college freshman and then hopefully getting me to the NBA. And then, on top of that, it was just great. I thought him having that plan and showing me, what it would be like when I got down there was really everything I needed.
You guys were building up a very special recruiting class as well there. You guys had Johan coming in. You guys also had Devin Reed there. When you guys were forming this recruiting class, how excited were you to be able to go play alongside those other guys?
Oh yeah, we were really excited. We think it would have been real good. We got a good freshman incoming class. It would have been tough for sure, but I guess everything happens for a reason. So nobody's really dwelling on it too much. But I think we really had a really good class that year.
So March 12th comes around and the news comes out that Will Wade's been let go and the whole situation's now come to conclusion in terms of that situation there. What was going through your mind?
Um, it wasn't. I wasn't trying to think about it too much because I think we were at a game somewhere for
Hmm.
Link. So we was at like the whole like when I found out we were in the hotel, we had a game like later on that night. Uh, I want to say we were in Ohio, and we had a game later on that night. So like when the news broke and stuff, I tried to just stay calm. Still honing on the game because as the season, we were undefeated at that point. So you don't want to like go off road and like mess up the streak we got going on. So it wasn't really too hard for me. But then after, the game and stuff, got back to school and was just talking with my parents, Coach Perry, my other trainers and stuff. And we just made the decision from there.
I know that the idea of him obviously being let go because of the allegations from the past were obviously always there, and that's an opportunity that could potentially occur. But were you shocked when it did happen? Did you have a feeling that maybe something could eventually happen, or what were you in terms of the shock aspect when that occurred?
Yeah, I mean, I knew prior that like it could possibly happen, but of
Mhm.
course, you'll never think it really would until it does. So I was shocked a little bit, but and nonetheless, it doesn't change how I feel about Coach Wade or think about him. I still think he's a really great guy, really great coach, and that. So, but I was shocked a little bit, but we just kept it moving.
So you then decommit then, and it had to be a little chaotic for yourself, and because you have a lot of schools come after you, but at the same time, you thought that okay, I can just kind of enjoy the rest of the high school season. The recruiting process has been over for me now. Just gotta get ready to go on campus. Now you have to re-go through this entire process now in a pretty short span. You only have about 3 or 4 months till June when you have to get on campus. How did you end
Yeah.
up going through this, and how did you just take that in? Like, how were you able to get through all the chaos and kind of the craziness that occurred right after that?
Yeah, it was well, it wasn't as hard as it was the first time, obviously, because I had a lot more experience with it. So
Yeah.
I knew what to expect coming in with reopening my recruitment. So it wasn't that hard on me. Just listening to the coaches like I did the first time, trying to find whatever the best fit is for me. This time around, ultimately I felt that Tennessee was the best place for me.
Well, it's going to that top seven because you announced that it's down to Auburn, Florida State, South Carolina, USC, Overtime Elite, G League, and obviously Tennessee. What was about those programs? Like, why were those the seven that you said, okay, they have the lead on me? I'm choosing between these seven.
Yeah, I think those are just the seven programs that I really could see myself in,
Mhm.
and I could be comfortable at, and they can help me, and I can help them, achieve my goals, and I could win that. So that's really why.
You took visits to a few of those schools. Auburn was one of them. Starting off with them, then, what was it about Auburn? Because obviously, I know one aspect was Johan. You guys just were going to team up at LSU. Potentially could have then done it there again at Auburn. What was about Auburn, and how much did you like them?
Oh, I like Auburn a lot. I had a really good relationship with Coach Pearl. And their program is really good. I think obviously they were losing Jabari and Walker, so there was some spots open there. But even when I took my visit down there, it was really great, nonetheless. And Coach Pearl, like I said, he's a great coach. I had a good relationship with him, so that's really one of the reasons why I was heavily considering Auburn.
I know Kansas State was a school you had originally chosen to, or were going to go on a visit to. Obviously, that ended up falling through. What exactly happened with Kansas State then?
Well, yeah, I did plan on taking the visit there. Obviously, my high school coach, Coach Perry, is going to coach up there. We were going to see, but I can't really like say like why it didn't happen because I'm really not like too sure on it. It was just
Mhm.
like I guess it was kind of just not too new, but like I was kind of already down the line in my process when we were trying to schedule those things.
There was another squad or opportunity, I should say, because it wasn't necessarily a school, but that was with the G League. And I know they always are, they're appealing destination for guys. Obviously, they can pay you obviously money for contract. It's kind of it is playing professional basketball for a year. And they kind of came in right there on the end, especially with an offer for you. I believe it was $800,000. What was it about G League and how enticing was that pitch to you then on the very end of your recruiting process?
Yeah, well, the G League, it was great. Getting to meet with them. Obviously, it's the closest thing to the NBA, and that's the ultimate goal is to get to the NBA. So it was good to hear from them, and them showing interest in me. I tried we actually got on a Zoom call and met face to face like that. So I got to talk with them a little bit. Like you said, the deal, it was good. Obviously, you get money for playing, but it was just we felt like the college route would be better for me.
Obviously, the way that the NCAA kind of combated the offers that G League could put together was NIL aspect now. Did NIL impact at all in this recruiting process where it kind of evened out saying, okay, I know I can make money at the college level just like I could at G League, or was the G League offer you think still going to be more than anything you could have made NIL wise?
I think the NIL thing is great. It's definitely something that you should listen to if you're going through the recruitment process because it's something it's about you and it's something that you could get like legally. So, but it wasn't like the main deciding factor in my decision. I don't think the money definitely wasn't the main deciding factor in my decision. I really wanted to go somewhere where it was the best place for me basketball wise. It made the most sense. So I think being under Coach Barnes and what he's been able to do was the best place for me.
Well, obviously, as you did say, and as we know, you're going to Tennessee now. So, what was it about them? How did ultimately did Rick Barnes and this Tennessee staff win you over?
Yeah, well, I already had a good relationship with them the first time through my recruitment.
Mhm.
Then obviously, Coach Barnes, he's a great coach. He's coached a lot of great wings, a lot of great pros at that too as well. So his program, and plus they just came off winning the SEC championship. So they're a pretty hot team right now. On top of the great relationship I already had, so it just made all the sense, for me to come in and go there for me.
Let's say Tennessee didn't want to come back into the picture. So, technically, you're down to six schools at that point in time. What school do you think you would have been committing to, and what school do you think you would have been playing at next year?
Um, Honestly, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure because it was a really like I was really considering all seven really seriously. It's like they were all really pretty equal, and then we just talked it over with my coach, and we were just like Tennessee is probably just the best place for you. So if I didn't go there, I'm not even sure where I would have went.